Howdy y'all, author Brian S. Pratt here again. Going to do another one in my series of being self-published. Pros and cons. I was asked about that, so I'm gonna do a series, and this is one of them. Anyway, pro, you're the master of your own destiny. Con, you're the master of your own destiny. What do I mean by that? Well, when you're self-published, you're doing everything yourself. You're writing the book, you're formatting it, you're editing it, you're getting it ready for publication, you're choosing where it goes, you're either paying someone to do it for you, or you're choosing someone to, or you're doing it yourself. I advise doing it yourself. The cover, I suppose AI generators out there have free cover generators that you can use. However, I would advise an artist because they can make it more personal and specific to your book. Don't you want your book to stand out? So the pro is you're the master of your own destiny. No one's there telling you, okay, word count, you can't go above 80,000 words, or word count, you can't go over 120,000 words. And, oh, I don't like this section, you got to get rid of it. Or do you have to use that word? Can't you use a different word? We hate that word. That word is not publishable. That word will not get you anywhere. And so you don't have that. But on the other side, they're not telling you all the mistakes you're doing too. So I rather enjoy being the master of my own destiny. I like doing it myself. Some people won't, but I do. My books have never been professionally edited, so yeah, they're a bit rough. They're like the old, I've said this a dozen times, they're like the old radio station out in the country, out in the outback of northern Alberta, Canada, CFGP. When me and my brother went up there to help my uncle homestead up there every summer for like 10 years, that was the only radio station we could get to. It was a mom and pop place. Their kids would come in and there would be dead spots. They would play every kind of music. I love that station. The ones today are very professional done, but they just don't have the soul that radio station had. And that's why that's why I like being self-published, because mine has more soul. If I want to write something, I write it. If I want my book to be 600 pages long of a traditional paperback, then it'll be 600 pages long of a traditional paperback. I don't have anyone telling me to you got to cut it, you got to cut it, you got to cut it. And so I put things in there. I like a self-published book like the director's cut of a movie, because when a director makes a movie, they have to come within budget. They have to come within time. They can't go too long, and they have people telling them what to do and how to do it. And then what's released in the theater is basically what they're told to do. But then later on the DVD or whatever, you get the director's cut with all the deleted scenes. Self-published books have the deleted scenes in them, and my fans really like that, because I had stuff in there that probably shouldn't be in there. But people download the first one, buy the next 6, so I must be doing something right. And but the downside is you don't have anyone helping you to get your books out there. First of all, let's talk about editing. Your family will help you edit, but they're the worst ones to help you edit. They won't tell you what you need to hear. Oh, Brian, this is the best book ever. I love this book. Do you like it? Oh, I love this book. I don't know how it could get any better. And then you publish it, and the first review, 1 star. This book sucks. And of course, that'll kill you. Your very first review, 1 star, and the guy goes in to tell me how my book was like a 7th grade assignment done by some juvenile who didn't know what he was doing. And I have to admit, when I wrote that first book, initially, I didn't know what I was doing. I just wrote a story I wanted to. And so, if you're with a publisher or an agent, then they'll tell you, you're going the wrong direction with this book. And you may be, or you may not be. I wrote it for myself. I wrote a book I wanted to do. I wanted role playing. I wanted magic. I wanted adventure in every chapter. So I did that. And yeah, I go a little bit overboard at times, but I got to write a fun book that I like. Another thing is, okay, editing. Well, you do your best. You can't pay someone $5,000 or $6,000 to edit your book for you. I did that once, and it was all right, but I never did it again because, I mean, I wasn't making at that point. I wasn't making a lot of money, and I just couldn't afford it. So I just stopped. You need someone to make covers for you. You need someone to see if you're with a traditional publisher, they'll edit it. You know, they'll help you edit it. They will help you promote it. They will help you get a cover for it, and they can make it competitive, because if you're doing it yourself, prices you cannot match paperbacks. Ebooks, I'll do a whole nother thing about that. But ebooks is the way to go. If you're self-published, I wouldn't even worry about paperbacks. And so that's what I like about it, because I can do what I want to. I can write to my schedule. I can publish when I'm ready. And I get a lot of comments about, oh, it's not edited well. Well, that's true. There's always going to be mistakes in my books because it's not professional. I'm self-published. And so I do the best I can, but there's going to be mistakes, and that's just the way it is. But I've done so well, the average person doesn't care about a few little mistakes. That's not saying, well, I'm just going to let it go. No, when I find them, I fix them. And I go through them periodically, like I'm going through them again, and I'm finding stuff that I can't believe is in there now, and I'm fine-tuning it because I've got 19 years of experience doing this now, and so I'm fine-tuning it, and so they're getting better and better all the time. And so, and plus, any new books has all this experience, and so it's getting better too. Let's see. So, master of your own destiny can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, because advertising, you don't know what's effective, right? How to do it. My first advertising thing I did effectively was making the first book free, and I touched on that in the previous video. And that really worked really well until everybody did it, and then stopped working so well. It still works fine, but it's not as effective as it once was. So you got to continue. Also, master of your own destiny. Okay, you publish your book. It's a great book. You love this book. Beautiful cover, everything else. But think of it like this. When you first published your first book, all right, remember the ball pits that the little kids would jump in? There's like these thousands of little balls about this big, multicolored. Okay, when you publish your new book, your book is one of the balls. It's at the very bottom, okay? Under about 15 feet of balls. And the people who are looking for books are looking at the top surface. Oh, look at all these beautiful books, all these popular books, these wonderful books, and your book is boop, 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 way down here, right? And they're not going to see it, so they're not going to sell it, and that's a problem. So how do you get it out there? How do you got to promote it? You have to. You have to do some kind of advertising. Otherwise, it's just not going to work out well. And I'll go over that in another video too. So there's a lot of pros and cons about every aspect. But being master of your own destiny, as far as being self-published, can be good, can be bad. Depends if you like doing it yourself. And you can pay others to do it, so let's not hope. And there's people like myself who've been doing it a long time. You ask us, we'll advise you. I have no problem fielding questions, helping people along their journey. I've done it for 19 years, and I'll continue to do it. So if you have any problems, issues, questions, put them in the comments. My YouTube channel has more information and more in depth if you're watching this on TikTok, because I'm posting this on both right now. Anyway, I'm almost at 10 minutes, so I got to go. Like, share, so forth, and I really appreciate it. You all take care, and I'll make another one soon. And if you want a topic, me to do a topic, post in the comments, and I'll get to it. You all take care.